Hello, folks. It's a Sunday in the afternoon, and I've been sharing with my family, visiting a few places. And now it's at the end of the day. Just I'm going to have a cup of coffee here. Actually, I'm in a place that have good things here. I'm going to show you a little bit. All right. Uh, the topic I'm going to cover is what's the relation between Socrates and a real estate agent and a loan officer. Can you think a little about it? Socrates was born in Athens, ancient Greek, in the year 470 before Christ, and he died in the year 399. He was a philosopher. He didn't write anything. We don't have anything, not even a word, written by Socrates. We know something about him through the writings of Plato. One of his students was his disciple. And later on through Aristotle. Socrates had a method. His method was asking questions. For example, he would say, what do you think about justice? He didn't explain what justice was. He would say, what do you think about justice? And then, if you say, well, justice is to provide or to give everyone whatever it belongs to them. And then he would ask, what happens if in a group of people some need more help than others? Would you still give the same thing to others, to all of them? And he would keep going, asking questions, more and more. And that's precisely the first relation I find between Socrates and the real estate agent and the loan officer. Our duty is to ask questions. Ask questions to the client. How many bedrooms do you want in your house? Where do you want it located? In which city? What's your budget? What's your income? How many members of your family? What other things would you like? And so forth. What happens if you like a nice house and you will say to the client, hey, I like this, take it. No, that's not the way. You're not looking for a house for you. You're looking for a house for somebody else. Buying a house, to some extent, it's an emotional thing. It has a lot of reasoning as well, but your emotions should not be involved in buying a house for a client. As a loan officer, you will ask many questions. I mentioned already some of them. What's your budget? What's your income? What's your credit? What's your credit? Who is going to be on the loan? Are you getting what about your income? What do you work? W-2s, 1099s. What other expenses do you have? What about your tax declarations? There is another thing between the relation of Socrates and the real estate agent and the loan officer. Socrates died because he was sentenced to death. Why? because the key of his philosophy was the truth. At all times, he was trying to find the truth, the truth, the truth. What is truth? That was his concern. Some of the political leaders didn't like that, and that's why we are sentenced to death. In our case, as a real estate agent, as a loan officer, we deal with the truth. The truth for the client. We deal with compliance. We deal with the law. In fact, there is a regulation called Regulation Z, which stands for Truth in Lending. And that's something that protects the client. We have to provide that instrument to the client. Truth in lending. As a real estate agent, as a loan officer, to a large extent, we are educators. We are not order takers. We educate the client in such a way that actually what we provide is a service. We're not commission earners. We are service providers. Everything else will follow after that. Good service, and we're fine. Okay, folks. Bye bye.